Alright, so let me lay the scene here. David and I had been dating for around a year at the point in time when MomoCon happened. MomoCon's an animation and gaming convention that happens in Atlanta, and it happens on Memorial Day weekend. So we're really big fans. We go, we dress up, we have a really good time, and have been going for a few years now. So in 2015, we are going to MomoCon. We've decided on Friday of the convention, we're going to dress up as Honey Lemon and Tadashi from Big Hero 6, and David's sister Jennifer is going to be there as a character from the movie as well. So I'm really looking forward to this. I go to bed Thursday night, and I see on the bedside dresser that David has placed this little heart that is etched and a note that's part of a merchandise line from a story that we like that's put together by Red Rocket Farm. They're an art community that sell really awesome woodcuts, and they've started an online storytelling adventure, and so these items were from there. So the note is from Pilot, who's a bear, and it's sent to this cat named Zipper within the story, and it says on it, "Thank you for being such a good friend. Even when things are hard, I will be there for you. I love you, Pilot." So it was these items from the story that we both love, and it was a cute way to fall asleep that night, and I still had no idea anything was out of the normal. So I wake up the next day, and I end up going down to the convention before David and Jennifer because I'm working in their media relations department. So I have a shift that starts in the morning and goes till about 2 p.m. So I go down, and I'm in the middle of my shift, and I get this text message from David that has this photo of our friendship box, which is another item from this story, and it's on our garage floor, and it's just smashed. And the text reads something along the lines of, "Oh no, I was moving boxes and our friendship box fell and completely broke." Like a sad face, I think, was in there. And so I'm sad because it's a really cool piece of art that we love, and that's upsetting. But thankfully, Red Rocket Farm had a booth at the convention. So I texted him back telling him, like, "Oh, well, thankfully we're friends with Red Rocket Farm and they're going to be here so we can go and get it fixed." So I don't really hear much from him except to plan when we're going to meet when I get off my shift at the convention. And so that time comes around, and I meet up with him and Jennifer, and we finish getting some sort of costume stuff put together between the three of us, and we start hanging out, and we're walking around the convention and just enjoying it, taking photos, checking out the gaming room, all the above. And so I asked David, when do you want to go by Red Rocket Farm's booth to get our friendship box fixed / replaced? And he told me he didn't want to go until Joey got there, which is Jennifer's husband. So it's David's brother-in-law. And so I thought nothing of it, thinking that maybe Joey just wanted to see what they had. And it didn't bother me to wait longer to go through Dealer's Hall and to visit them. So we spend our time, we play in the game room more, wander around, make friends, all the above for convention activities. And finally Joey got there around like 4, and we decide we're going to go walk through Artist Alley and the dealer's room. So we start in Artist Alley and we walk through all of that area. And then as we're starting to go towards the dealers, I asked David if he wants to go just up and down from one side to the other and just eventually find Red Rocket, but he decides to just go straight there, and everyone agrees. So we go right to the booth, and we see them, and we're hanging out for a little while and just cracking jokes. And one of the guys that runs the company was at a different convention, so me and the 2 girls working the booth sent him a photo of a hug, just like having a good old time, just messing around and hanging out and such. David, meanwhile, has gotten our fixed or a new friendship box for us, and they offer these things called mystery boxes, which is just like random merch and things that they throw in there. They're $35. And so David turns to me and he goes, "Hey, do you want to grab a mystery box?" And I said, "Sure," because they're a lot of fun, and why not? And we like to support them since they're our friends. So we get that, and we're talking for a couple more minutes. And then as we're saying bye to them and headed out of the dealer's room, David tells me, "Hey, let's find a place to sit down and go through our mystery box." And so at this point, I start giving him a bunch of shit about how he can't wait till work get home, how it's all too much mystery for him, that he just can't handle that much mystery in his life, that we have to open it now. But in the end, I agree, and we go and we sit down and find a place to open this. So we start going through it, and it's got like some random postcards and some buttons, and it has an unetched version of that same heart that was on my dresser that morning. It's got a couple prototype pieces of merch. It has this hilarious actual tape that is called Inti Illuminati Magic or Imagination, something like that. And just all sorts of like random stuff. And it has a t-shirt in it, which is actually a t-shirt that has Pilot and Zipper from that story on it. And it happens to be my size, which was really exciting because I still at this point think it's a random mystery box. And at the very bottom of the box is a 2-page comic. And because I think this is a random box, I just want to like flip through the comic and like keep going. And David has to fight me and force me to sit down and read the comic. So the comic is of Pilot and Zipper, and they're walking through the woods, and it says this. After leaving Storytown, Pilot and Zipper spoke of many things as they walked through the woods. "Pilot," Zipper asked the bear, "do you think friendship is like strength? Do you think it is stronger than most things?" "I think it can be," Pilot responded with his deep but friendly voice. "Whenever two are together, they are stronger than one, to be sure." Pilot continued, "When two are close, especially when there is love, they are stronger than 100 even." "Is love stronger than houses?" Zipper asked, his cat eyes wide. Zipper had never known anything stronger than a house before. "I think two people who love each other can be much stronger than houses. Two people can make each other very strong. They lift each other up, a thing that would normally stop or even kill someone. When someone is loved by a good person with all their might, when they will slip through it as if they were a pile of dry leaves. They can do anything. They can do the impossible." And then when you turn the page, it has Pilot saying, "Open the friendship box, Tiffany." And Zipper says, "Oh, goodness." And this is about the point where I completely stopped thinking. I had no idea what was going on around me anymore. I didn't know how my name ended up in a completely random mystery box. And at that point, David hands me the friendship box we had just bought, and I flip the lid open, and inside is sitting a ring box. And at that point, David picks up the ring box, and he gets down on one knee, and he opens it, and asks me to marry him. And at that exact moment, I'm so shocked. My brain actually thinks to myself, "You're shocked. Show them you're shocked. Throw your hand up over your mouth." And so I do. And it takes a moment to register before I can even kind of comprehend what had just happened. And I kind of just like flung myself on him and gave him this big kiss. And he had to pull back and ask me to make sure that that was a yes, which it was. And after about another minute, he kind of got me settled back down again and was able to actually get me to look at the ring, which ends up being a golden snitch, which is perfect because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. So kind of the whole entire thing was packaged perfectly between Red Rocket Farm, which is owned by Jason Thomas, who's a good friend of ours, the stuff that we love, to the ring, to the setting, to being in costume. He just kind of captured everything in one amazing proposal that was perfectly tailored for me and was an absolute complete shock. I had no idea it was coming. And even right as after it had happened, we had a friend walk by and asked us what was going on. And so I got to just casually be like, "Oh, no big deal, just getting engaged, and she got to celebrate with us before we kind of went off to telling everybody. But it was a really amazing proposal and a really amazing experience that was very fun and very memorable.